Welcome everybody to the Town of Nipissing Recreation Committee meeting, Monday, October 2nd at 6:31. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest? I see none. Awesome. Motion to approve the minutes of the last committee meeting held September 11th. Tom and Terry. Awesome. Perfect. So first on the agenda is the bottle drive update.
So this month, actually 2 weeks, I guess it's been, Wolf Lake did 183.70 and Bear Creek did 124.80 for a total of 308.50. So that's not bad for a couple weeks.
Yeah, not bad at all. And just a reminder to everybody that we do bottles every Sunday before a committee meeting. So we would love the help. So it can be a big job. This week wasn't bad at all. And it's a lot of money that comes into help.
Yeah, my granddaughter came out on Sunday to help us. She's 16 and she thought she'd like to do it, and afterwards she went, no, that's gross.
But it's a job, right? We get a lot of kids that come and help us, which is really nice. Next up in the update is the trunk sale update. We'll move that off, or can you?
So I think it went very well.
I think so too, yeah.
I didn't hear any negative, and we had an inquiry about doing it in the spring. So in May.
The same weekend as Blossom's big one, or?
I'm not sure. They
Just
just,
have to pick a day.
a couple people asked if we could look at maybe doing one in May. And I know, I think there was 4 or 5 of them said they'd come back for sure.
Awesome.
Anything else, Terry?
I don't think so. I would think we need to move it into the soccer field. I thought we had discussed that at one meeting, to move it into the soccer field so that there's more space. Your vendors are like almost touching each other over by the rink shack, so. I think it would be better if we moved it this way.
Can they drive out there?
We can block off where they can't, as
Okay.
long as it's not super wet, they won't chew it up. That was wet, I think, that day too, though. Did we not get rain before that?
No, it was heavy dew. It was
Heavy
really
dew.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was there for the sale, but not the setup or any of the real work, but it seemed to go really well.
Yeah,
And
I'm
minimal,
not sure how many vendors there were. I had to leave early, but.
I think we had 16. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was 16.
like I left at 1 and even then people were packing up, but it was really not like a yard sale, which is just so much work. You know, that was really nice, like they were loading their cars back up with what they didn't sell and away they were going. No,
That was awesome.
How did Vandersville?
Went better than the last one. We had about 16 vendors, both inside and outside. Pretty good attendance and very encouraging. Actually.
Excellent.
Awesome. Because it was the same as ours, right? We kind of did it all in conjunction.
Yes, we had a couple of people saying that they had either come just from Nipissing or was about to go out to Nipissing as part of the tour.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we tried to let everybody know as well to go to Amanda, and some of them said they were gonna go out. And
So that part, I think, was a nice synergistic addition.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, next is teen dance update.
You weren't here last week or last meeting, but we decided on doing another one before Halloween. So Tyler has confirmed and spoken with Will. That's all set up and a go. He will be here around 6 to set up and start for 7 on the 14th. And it's the same ages, 11 to 16. And I actually had a few of the moms reach out to me on Facebook asking if there was any need for any extra volunteers during supervising. And I said, you're more than welcome to stay and chaperone or stay and dance, whichever you would like to do. And so Sarah and Nisha will be here once the girls are ready to get here. They're not exactly sure what time, but I said, no rush. If you come, that's amazing. So they're gonna come as well. Gonna do the same thing with the food bank. I found some Halloween balloons that I had in my Halloween decorations, maybe put up a couple of those, but we talked about these kids are older, they're not more dressing up age, so we're not doing costumes or any of that stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We have Kristen coming to run the canteen again, correct?
Yeah.
And help from you as well? Perfect.
Yep.
And the Terry Lynn will be here as well as myself, Tyler. His girlfriend is actually just switching positions in the hospital, so she's not 100% sure if she's gonna be able to come, but we will have lots of eyes around and hopefully we'll have a bigger turnout this time, but last time we still had like 35 kids or so, so even if we have that much, that would be awesome. I think it'll go well being back in school. The girls and the kids can more socialize and find out who's going, and if they're going, there may be bigger groups of them go, and
That would be awesome.
hopefully, so. Had some positive feedback from some of the girls, Mackenzie and different ones, saying they're excited and looking forward to it, so.
Good. There was nothing but good that came out of it. Like you
Yeah.
heard a lot of good talk within the community.
That's good. It was a lot of fun. Jealous parents, but it was a lot of fun.
Tell them they could go to Commander's Dance and have fun.
There we go.
Very good. Awesome. Next is chili cook-off. So trophy versus plaque. There's a couple of things going on. So we need to decide on that trophy versus plaque. Thoughts? I kind of do the plaque might be easier.
Yeah.
Do you plan on
Just gonna
doing,
put a plaque.
do you plan on doing it every year? A plaque hangs on the wall, and if we're
Yeah.
only doing it once, there's one thing on the wall with one winner.
Yeah.
For a trophy, you take it home, boom, if we don't have it again,
Yeah.
my thoughts.
Do they get the same, like, do we get a new trophy every year, or would it be one winner and then they bring it back and we change the name on it? Like a plaque might be an easier
A trophy.
way to go about it.
Depends on the trophy too. I mean, we have trophies at the school where there's plaques all,
Yeah, all
all the way
around it.
around.
Yeah.
Or a little tag or whatever.
But then you
yeah.
have to count on them coming back to you to change that stuff, right?
Are we gonna do it every year? Is it something continuously, like?
And that's what we're hoping for. But at this stage of the game, our struggle right now is we put it out and we have zero right now, right? Well, we have no inquiries at this point. So we put the letters out there, nobody's interested, we need to follow up. So we may end up opening it up differently. If Will's gonna reach out to some of his contacts and see what he can do with his contacts, and see, we may have to open it up differently.
Do it like a public.
Yeah.
And like it's sticky with the food, like where it gets made and
Okay,
everything,
so
right?
and that's, we're not gonna cross that bridge until we come to it, until we have to.
What we
come to
might
it.
do is open up to some other agencies, like maybe EMS, maybe a couple of the, like Lions Club, like. a couple
Perfect, yeah.
groups that might have certified kitchens and stuff
Yeah.
to make it a little easier.
So that's kind of where we're at right now. So I like the idea of a plaque,
Yeah,
but if we keep it within the like municipalities or the EMS or whatever, everything else, and then we did a trophy, then we could say we could collect the trophy for the next time and hand it out to whoever wins after that. So we could collect the trophy
we
after the year.
could we do a small little, here's your trophy to take, you won, and there's a plaque
We
that
could
they
do
put
both.
their name
Yeah, we
on?
could do two.
Like, and then that way it's not like a big here, it's a liability
Yeah,
to
you
come
could do a
back for
little
next
trophy.
year, but they could get a small little one to, hey, look, and it could have like a spoon or
Yeah.
something.
I won.
Exactly, something to show that they won, and then the plaque can stay here that says they won.
Okay. So the trophy would be small, that they could take home with them.
Yeah, like even just a little one, like,
And the plaque could be something you could add those little bronze or brass or
Yeah,
whatever they are,
yeah.
tags to them.
That sounds awesome. Everybody's good with that? I think that's a great idea. So we will just keep it. One thing I can add to the chili cook-off is that we went to the Voodoo's game on Saturday night. Met with the coach coach, actually, I think the mayor sent him back my way. I think he said she's back for, go see her. Like, so,
Tried to get me and I said, it's right behind you.
Deflected.
yeah. So we got a really good chance to talk to the coach. And what is the other gentleman's name? Steve. Anyway, Steve looks after all the players. He looks after their food and keeping them organized on the buses and on their trips and everything. Fantastic guy. They normally come and do something with us every year because we sponsor them. I've asked them, instead of doing something with us over the store, would they be willing to come out to the chili cook-off? Would the boys would be willing to come out to the chili cook-off and spend some time with the people that here. And it work in conjunction with what they do, because everything they do with the food bank, and they give back to the food bank. So when they collect something, and we could do it in conjunction with them, and I said I'd be more than willing to work that with them. So we have the battalion, we have the Voodoos for that night. So hopefully we can get Kristen, I hate to say this, but change up your poster a little bit to say, come meet your favorite voodoo player.
And a hockey player in the background. Eating some chili.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already been sent around, just change it a little.
Or even if we can get it out on, maybe if we get it out on social media, just say, hey,
An
maybe we don't
asterisk
change the
to it.
poster, but just say, hey, come out, and I think you'll see a lot of the kids might come out just to see them.
Try and convince their parents to go out, and parents like food and kids like hockey, so it
Yeah.
should go hand in hand.
Yeah. So I think it'll be fun, and it might get them out of the cold. The last time they came out into the area, they were at -40 and freezing their behinds off. So I think they're gonna be very happy to stay inside. So if everybody's good with that, they're more than willing to come and hang out with us.
Helps always needed.
Yeah. They may not serve, because the boys.
They can accept the tickets or be the one that reads the person or presents the.
It'll be fun stuff. So again, if everybody's good like that, we'll bring them in with us, and they're gonna come hang out with us for the day. And I thought that'd be kind of exciting. And once we get more, we're gonna have to kind of put it in high gear because we don't have a lot of time left. Okay. Any questions about chili? When I know more, we'll go, but we can't do anything without.
How many places have been sent? Like, you said it was just in this area, right? Nipissing, was there like 5, or is there like 20?
I want to say 7.
I want to say 9.
Okay, so there is a few then. I was like, maybe is there
And this
more,
isn't
but that
just-
still feels like a lot of people to not have any feedback.
So it's 9 municipalities, but it's 3 departments within a municipality.
Yeah.
For a total of like,
20.
there was 20, yeah, there was a great, like, I don't say crazy amount, but there was a good amount that it was in like invitation to.
Okay.
So like it's public works, it's office staff, it's their
Booster
fire
club,
departments, it's their, yeah.
Whatever's tied to that municipality.
So it's not like we have a small number to.
Yeah,
Try.
I was gonna say, yeah, where to reach out from there if you've already.
Well, so we'll put
messaged.
it out there again. I mean, push comes to shove, I literally have to boots on the ground running and kind of go in and say hello to people.
Yeah, we'll reach out directly to some of the departments to make sure that everybody got the memo and didn't get lost in things that are in it, so.
Okay, Halloween volunteers.
I wouldn't say simple, but it's pretty easy going. If we could get a couple volunteers, if you want to come up to either fire hall and hand out candy, and you just feel free to dress up. I think we're gonna try to pre-bag some candy this year, make it a little easier. So,
I'm definitely in. I had a great time last year at the fire hall. I had fun.
I can help pre-bag if it's before, but I still have a
Yeah.
little one that looks forward to going out. So a couple more years and I'll be able to be there helping, but right now he's still pretty stoked about going out.
sure.
Yeah, and I think we had fun with it. We had a couple of each, right? And we just had the table and it was fun to decorate and the kids loved it. And I'll definitely go up and like, I'll do the other end.
Yeah,
And see if
so
I
if
can
anybody
drag some
wants to
help
come out,
along.
feel free to come out. And doesn't take many people that night, so. But the pre-bagging, if you want to come out for sure.
I will probably come, but I can't guarantee. Also.
So even if you can maybe this end, because you're closer to this end, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, and then we'll see who's at this end. But yeah,
It's a bit like what you said. In our case, it's, are the kids old enough to go out by themselves? If not, if their grandparents take them, then they send grandparents at the house to hand out candy,
Candy.
or you're gonna get egged. So, so that's been our job.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they're old enough to go out there and get their own.
I'll drag along a couple of volunteers and see what I can get going, see if I can somehow. Are we good for candy or do we?
We're starting to take donations in now.
Okay,
So we're starting to post it on social media. We're getting some in now. Then you'll see a resolution down near the bottom here too.
okay.
So, perfect.
And Will, when you do that, do people actually donate candy or do they donate money?
No, most of the time they drop off candy,
Okay.
but we can do either or. Like, we got couple donations in last year. We just put that with the funds that we had when we bought it. We have a person that loves buying candy, so
Okay,
she just goes crazy.
who doesn't?
Me.
Who doesn't?
Okay.
Who does?
Awesome. Okay, I'll do that. That's not really it, right?
So for the bagging, did you want to try and set up a day to have help to do that beforehand, or do you want to do that the same night? Like, how do you
No, what
want
I was thinking is I'll send out an email, but I'm thinking maybe probably the 29th, 30th.
the weekend before? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Sunday or Monday, yeah, for sure.
yeah, because
Okay.
then everybody like that has small kids like yourself that want to help, but have to do
Yeah.
it Halloween, you have enough time. So
And possibly do that here,
we'll do it at
or,
the
okay,
community center, yeah. We find bagging stuff, it's a lot easier here because we just set tables up and around.
like
you just
dump
keep doing
everything in,
loops.
yeah, walk
Yeah.
around.
Keep doing loops.
Mhm. And that will make life easier.
Way easier, like if they have small little, do we have bags?
We do.
Perfect.
So actually,
fire.
Scotiabank donated 120
Perfect.
bags,
That's awesome.
kind of like those ones that you put on your back.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and then we have some Halloween bags for younger kids. So
Is there like a Halloween contest or costume contest of any type, or
we've never looked at that before.
it could be something fun to do? I don't know how we could really go about it with two different fire halls, like have maybe two different prizes, and like the kid that wins could get like a box of chocolate as opposed to a bag, or I don't know how you would.
It's kind of hard with the way they come in, like it's like over like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's really interesting the way they come in. Well, what might be fun this year is maybe doing some kind of coloring contest.
Yeah, some sort of, but how do you judge that?
Council judge it.
Have council, yeah.
Perfect.
That's how we do the gingerbread.
Okay, awesome.
We'll just put that on our, if we can sneak it in before a council meeting, that everybody's there.
Yeah, I usually just put it up on the wall, and as council comes in, we ask them to
Awesome.
vote.
That would be awesome.
That would be a cool idea, like give them, like, show them a picture, even if you posted it on Facebook, because I know she's super good at it, and they could print it themselves and hand it into you, even if we had like a pumpkin or a witch or whatever, if we have a designated picture to color.
Are you
And
doing
send it
different
to the
age
school.
groups or
Pardon me?
are you doing different age group coloring contests? I think we have.
We should run like maybe the age
Absolutely.
groups that are our soccer age groups,
Yeah.
right? Like, run, what is it, 4 to 6, 7?
4 to 6, or like, I do 4 and under and 5 and over or something maybe, because I'm gonna get a lot of young ones, and then not many over the age of 9, 8, right? 9? How many kids? I don't know when they stop trick or treating. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know when they stop trick or treating, or,
Well, we do kids' Christmas runs 12,
Right?
Yeah.
okay.
so do we just stick with
I
the
would,
12 and
I
under?
would stick to 12 and under,
Just as a whole,
Pardon me?
as a whole. One contest, 12 and under,
Or
or are
you
you
wanna
gonna
break it up?
break it
Under
up?
4, 5 to 9, 9 to 12.
Okay,
something
hold
like
on,
that.
say that again.
Well, you said under 4. for
Yeah.
Little kids, and then, so then 5 to
Five.
9, and then 9 to 12, but I don't think you're gonna get too many, but.
But at least the
Nice.
kids that are just learning.
Like the little
won't
ones that are at
frustrate them,
home,
right?
or yeah.
That's awesome. And then we'll judge at a council meeting. That'd be really good.
Cutoff time?
Drop it off when they pick up their candy.
Drop off at the,
Halloween is the last day for drop off, so the 31st. I almost forgot to-
oh, they can't really,
Tuesday.
if we're putting it up to the school, they won't be able to drop it off at the drop-off spot.
Have the,
What do you, why?
I can pick them up at the school on Wednesday and bring them and drop them off to you guys, or walk,
Why
like,
couldn't they?
Okay, we
If they're
could,
going trick or treating, they can stop in the fire hall, grab
okay, let's do that.
candy and.
yeah, and
drop
so I
off
think
their-
that would seem like a good idea. They could drop it off, swap your paper, your coloring competition, paid for your candy, and
Okay.
then you go, and you can even have like 3 little baskets at the thing, so you see which one, you're under that age, you're in that age, you're in that age.
Because then they could just print, if we put it on.
That's, I mean, they can print it out themselves and bring
print
it
out
in.
Themselves and color it.
Yeah, color it and bring it home. Or bring it back.
If you guys
I
are okay,
personally
maybe
don't
we
have a
can
printer, but.
do
everybody
something
else does.
around, fire public education.
Ooh, that would be
Maybe we could
awesome.
do something with around Halloween and
Find a spooky Halloween picture with Sparky
Something.
and the fire truck and some hints
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Combine the two.
we'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
something.
Okay.
And did
Google's
you
full
say
of
print them
wonderful
off
things.
themselves?
Well,
Or we can make
Or
it
we-
available.
I
we
would
can
make it available.
Yeah.
We'll send it
Stop
over to
in
the
at the-
school.
Yes.
We can do one side reminding everybody of the Halloween night, and the other side can be the picture. And then we can put it on social media and they can print it off too for anybody that may not go to school, like younger kids.
or wouldn't have access to it.
Or can, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That'd be awesome.
Kids like
I'll work with
competitions. They
our,
like to like have that.
I'll work with
their
our
friends.
graphic designer and we'll come up with something.
She's gonna have a new official title by the time this is done. All right, awesome. Rink shack and rec shed clean out. So we need a date and time for that?
Yeah, so we got quite a mess in the rink shack that we have to get ready for the skate. Some of it's coming out and coming here for the 14th, which is not a big, but we have like the birdhouses are still in there, some of the soccer nets. There's a lot of lost and found stuff still in there.
With the lost and found stuff, could we post, like, if it's in good enough shape, like at the end of the year, be like, this is all of our stuff and anything that's not claimed is going to be donated to a charitable cause, just to keep things cycled through and clean, so we're not holding on to somebody's shoes from 5 years ago?
Okay, so I'm gonna be brutally honest, okay, right now. I do a lot of rec stuff where technically, like, I should kind of be doing it
Yeah, no.
on the side. Where I do a lot because I'm quick at it. I have 5 minutes of spare time. Oh, there's gone Facebook. Oh, I can add this, save it, come back to it. That's just how I operate. We may not have that time
Yes,
coming up.
yeah, because you're going off.
So, and they may not be able to do it. I don't know. We
Mhm.
don't know, right? So we gotta be very careful on how we're gonna,
Do anything after the new year.
yeah. So like, even when you see down further on the agenda, like when we mentioned, we wanna try to get the events and stuff like figured out. It's so that I can pre-do all of your stuff before I go. Because I hate to say this, December isn't guaranteed for me. The month of December, because I don't know,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I can't think, oh, I have a month's worth of work left when I may potentially not.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know any of this yet,
you know.
Okay.
So,
Mike,
Do we need to assume that we don't have Kristen as of December 1st?
Yeah.
Like that's an
and
assumption.
I'm not saying that,
And we could, but let's assume we don't have her.
Like, when does the newsletter go out? Is it something that we could just say, there's lost and found at the rec shack, like?
That's.
Or you don't have to advertise it or
No,
whatever,
that's-
just put in a
yeah,
reminder
I
that.
mean, we can always do it.
Even if we put a sign up above it, like this day come every year, this gets emptied and we start from scratch. Like, we don't need to tell everybody if they're there and they leave something there, it's
The
their
other
due
thing we can
diligence to
look
read
at
the
is just
sign.
putting the box at the township office in the back, in the corner.
Yeah,
You lose something, come check the office.
That's an idea.
Or,
But
I
again,
mean, it's been there a year, if you
That's what
haven't
I'm
picked it
saying.
up by now, guess what?
That's what I'm
Sorry.
saying, after a year, like, that's why is it our
Like, how long has
responsibility
it
to
been
hold
there?
on to it?
How
No
long has it been there?
offense.
Last year and probably some from this year.
Mm.
Like we tried posting for a jacket,
I've done
the tablet,
two jackets, a tablet, glasses.
some of the more expensive or stuff like.
Yeah, I would-
Maybe give
yeah.
it till spring and then say this spring, everything will be, we're starting with a clean box come whatever, like even February 1st or something, like, so make room. Like if there's like a monthly newsletter that goes around, not saying like, I'm not adding to what you're doing, even I can make a post up and post it on there, like I don't mind helping too.
And I'm not saying the next person's not gonna have the time or can't do it. I mean,
Hey, no, we are taking advantage of how much you do, absolutely.
I'm the next person. I'm filling in for Kristen for this stuff while she's on maternity leave, so this
Okay,
person
well-
won't have time.
Not happening.
This
person won't have time.
person won't be doing it. So we hope the next
We'll all be
person
chipping
might.
in a little more until
Kristen's back.
Kristen gets back, and if Kristen chooses to stay on, like, we don't know what's gonna transpire in the next, so.
So I can sit on that side
So-
and watch what you do closer.
So we'll just leave Lost and Found where it's at. We'll post to
Yes.
donate, we'll post to donate in the spring.
So we do have to move all the stuff
Yeah.
out of the ring shack. Everything has to come out. We have to put the fridge in the back room. All the pop, anything left over will come here for the teen dance. They'll just get shuffled around. Probably a half hour, 45 minutes, we'll have everything done.
When does this have to be done by?
January, whenever the ice goes in.
So I'm just thinking, why don't we try and do it in conjunction with the next bottle
We
day?
could, yeah, for sure.
So that Sunday and the final Sunday of the month, we'll do bottles and then go and clean up the rink shop.
So it'd be November the 5th,
Which is the starting of,
hunting season,
so James will be away and I'll be away.
and I'll probably be away.
So let's not do it with that date.
Can we bump it a week? Like maybe do the bottles the week before that
29th,
of what's November 29th,
October.
October 29th?
Will, if you want, if you just call me, I'd come down anytime and,
We could do it the
Yeah,
same way we
we
do
could
the
do it.
candy.
you know,
Have people stop there and then come.
But if
here.
we've got everybody going for hunting and everything else, we're gonna need help with empties. Like I'm gonna say, without a will and without a mayor, it's not getting done, because there's only two of us left. It's not getting done. Like, I'll be flat out honest.
Like, I'm okay if you wanna bump to the 29th, October 29th, pick up empties.
Pick up empties October 29th, and then after empties do the rink shack. Could we do that? And then we have, yeah,
sure.
because that's also gonna take care of everybody cleaning out their, because that is gonna be a huge pickup. Everybody's closing their trailers, they're closing their cottages, and it's gonna be a big pickup.
That was also the day we had just mentioned to bake candy, not
I
that it
was
matters,
just gonna
but
say-
like, we do all three
All
at
of the
I was
once?
just
Like,
gonna
can we do
say-
the candy down there, like in the township office, or no, I guess maybe after
There's
hours?
no room.
Let them do it all here.
If you're okay with it, we could do empties, ring shack, come here,
And do candy,
do candy.
takes care of
Yeah.
everything all in one day.
What day is it?
Sunday,
Sunday.
just moving it 1 week.
Especially with hunting season.
So I would suggest that Wolfwood or Bear Creek just come here after they're done, not come down to the ring shack. Because if we have 3 or 4 people, it won't take long to do the ring shack.
Yeah.
And
the
I
next,
won't be
right?
here for the next clean out at Bear Creek.
That's
We're
okay.
doing it in 2 weeks.
So does that work? Sunday, October 29th. What time, Will? 10?
Seems to work for, and
10
that's
a.m.?
what time, Bear Creek opens, so.
Okay, perfect. So we're usually, we got a group down at Foots and we have a group at South Shore.
So it puts at 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you guys go to the Bear Creek landfill, right? The other ones, they do it right at the landfill.
So thank you.
Awesome. And then next on the agenda is budget update.
So you're gonna see in your package, I tried to kind of just simplify this down. Just to give you a rough idea on where we are for numbers. If you do have questions, I hopefully answer them for you. Want to look at that? Just a rough idea of, you know, what's come in since for events and whatnot.
Wow. It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. And a chunk of that, like, let's be honest, the big chunk of that is Bottle Drive.
Sure is. Biggest one of all.
57.93, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, I mean, we have to be cognizant of that.
And food bank donations are excellent. We can't thank Tom enough.
Yeah.
And again, he was there at our last event too, you know, like at the trunk sale, so.
Yeah, Tom's really supportive, and it's great that the donation, so what we did was we split the donations up between Calendar and Blossom. So Wednesday, I'll take the food that we got and the check and go and present it to them. And then we have the Teen Dance for Food donation. And then we also have a Christmas one. This year, we're gonna take donations on our Christmas run. So we'll pretty well be doing one every month for both food banks. So hopefully it helps a bit.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's excellent. Good update.
Okay, yeah, no questions, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of straightforward, right? I mean, it's, I kind of find it's kind of funny for me because like, I can tell you, oh, there was 103 kids registered for soccer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good, 103 kids, great. Well, that's what that equals out to.
$3,000.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, oh, there was 78 meals, adult meals, and there was 10 children's meals at the spaghetti dinner. So that's what that works out to, you know? And I was kind of hoping to have done this a little sooner, but life, you know? But hopefully in the future, I will do this a little more often.
But even look at trivia night, like $216 for trivia night is good money. For something that people like had a really good time at and want to do it again.
We're not looking to make money
No,
either, right?
exactly,
So
right?
it's great because it's balancing out and,
Yeah.
It all goes back to the.
yeah.
Yeah,
It just makes the kids' lives easier in the township and things, people can do
Well,
things.
hopefully everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
The trunk sale brought in a little bit of everybody, got rid of some stuff, it brought everybody together, there was a lot of communication, a lot of networking, everything.
It was great.
Which brings us to,
It brings us to budget, or 2024 events and budgets.
so what we are looking for next meeting, November, is what you would like to do for events. Who's gonna be taking the lead, and a rough budget for that event. So even though we're bringing the revenue from the bottle drives, technically we should try to allocate it for the year. So we'd like to bring in $500 from the bottle drive to do a teen dance in 2024. So if we could do that, it takes it a little easier for when Kristen and I try to pull it out and bring it to the treasury department, because should be budgeted. And it's a lot more paperwork and mumble jumble when we do it the way we're doing it, which we have to until we build up. But now we've built up. Now if we can allocate some of the funds and then keep building up.
So like how many times a year you wanna have the event, who and how much, okay?
Yeah,
And
and
what
then
events?
what we would like to see come out of bottle drive and what we would like to see come out of taxation.
Okay,
So maybe you want to run one team dance out of a budget, so we ask council for it, and then we run one from bottle drive money. But we can discuss that as a group, but what we really need is what you'd like to do for events. Who's gonna take charge? And a rough budget, what you're thinking that event will cost, or what you'd like to see, and we can help you do a budget.
Awesome.
Because we'd like to do again, what we did last year was lay out the whole year.
yeah,
Because then what we can do is we can do the first 6 months, and then we can do the second 6 months. The one difference that we'd like to do this year for soccer is we'd like to get volunteers out registered before we put out for soccer. I gotta say, the firefighters really stepped up. Quite a few of them wanted to play and hang out with their kids this year. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough coaches or refs, so a lot of them jumped in because they always will. But if we could get some people so they can come and hang out with their kids and stuff, that would be excellent. Not saying they won't jump in if something happens, because they will. They'll always
Yeah.
jump in to help.
Yeah, there was a few soccer weeks that was like scary. And it was just, there was nobody.
When we put teams together and we didn't have
Yeah,
enough refs.
Like 1 week we had to combine teams because we didn't have enough volunteers. Right? So-
Yep.
So if we could get some help committed for sure, that we can get, say, 10 for sure to come out and volunteer. We know we have enough, then we can fill in for spares or.
And then that'll help us decide how many players on each team, let's be honest. Because if we don't have enough coaches, we're gonna have to bump the number on the teams, period.
it's hard to put on if you don't have people there to watch all the kids.
And we want to try to keep it going as a league kind of too, so you want to have a structure, so you want to have a game, a break, then a game or warm up. However, I'm not sure how soccer works, but you want to make sure that whole hour is
Used.
used.
And the nice part about it is a lot of the younger kids that we've had, like, so a lot of that younger group that we had this year is now in school this year, so they're learning how to be part of a team, right? They're learning that in school, so when they come back for soccer next summer, they're gonna have a better idea too, of what should be happening, right? Kind of, or how to play. It's kind of what's gonna happen, right? And it make life easier for the volunteers.
So feel free to reach out if you have an idea and you just want to bounce it off us before we next meeting, or your budgetary, just even if you come up with the ideas, what you want, we can help you with the budget. That's what we do on a regular basis, so but we gotta figure out, we're gonna run 12 events, one every month, or maybe there's 2 in the 1 month, like this month we have the teen dance and we have Halloween. So.
Yeah.
That's like the youngers and the oldest,
Yeah.
right? Which is nice too.
Like
for them.
the Halloween, we got a pretty good structure on it. The kids' Christmas run, we got a good structure on. We try to build on both of them every year, but it's all the other events. I know trivia night was a big hit. The teen dances are a big hit, some kind of dinner.
Movie
Moving
night,
the
Movie
park was
night.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that was excellent.
yeah.
I would like to see maybe, so some of the comments we got about the movie night was the fireworks were late. We can't help that because when we have to run the movie, but maybe family day weekend, we bump fireworks up, we do a nice big one family day weekend.
But we also had mentioned they weren't originally supposed to be moving the park. It was because of the fire ban with Canada Day
But
that
even
they
with
ended up
Canada
that night,
Day,
right?
it's still 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's true,
Because
because
it's
it's
still,
summer.
yeah, it's summertime, right? So
Mhm.
maybe you still do Canada Day, and then maybe February Family Day weekend, we do a nice big one, which will allow the little kids, because it's 6:30 to shoot fireworks off.
Yeah.
Something fun that I wanna slowly snowball is like winter carnival, sort of like what Restool does.
So, that would be your event, and
Okay,
think of an idea what you would like to see, and I can help you with a budget to bring forward.
okay, perfect.
That's awesome. Anything else? Any other questions, thoughts? That'll be able, if you bring stuff forward, that we'll be able to kind of make sure we can help you advertise and tie in with what's going on in Canada too, right?
Perfect.
Let's try and tie it all together.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, next, motion to purchase candy for the Halloween event at Station 1 and 2. Mayor and Terry, thank you. All in favor?
So we need an amount.
Huh?
We
What?
need an amount.
An amount. So we need, how much do we want? How much do you need?
How much have we done? Do we know what we've done in the past?
Nope, it's like it's getting bigger every year, so.
I would
It's expensive
start
this year
at
too.
nothing less than $500.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna say,
okay.
nothing, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
We're looking at pre-packaging anywhere from, well, we have 100, I believe we can pre-package 150 bags. And then I think it might be a good idea, especially if we're doing this coloring contest, maybe to have a sub that we can hand out at later in the evening. Because it's gonna go from 5:30 to 8.
500.
Unless we
Or do
run
you
out of
need
cash.
6?
Well, we get a lot of donations as well.
Can we say,
Say
let's go,
600?
can we say minimum 5, max, let's go with a bunch of 600 or 650?
If there's stuff left over, it can go into a canteen, can it not, to be no, they'd be the mini ones. Unless you make a little mini bag of candies like you do your cones, if there's extra,
But there's
just add
nothing
more,
stopping us from
just putting
putting
more
it
in,
with
yeah.
that or Christmas, like.
What we
Yeah.
could, what we
chocolates
could
and
look
stuff.
at doing is.
Like if we had extra.
Buy some chips, boxes of chips.
Yeah,
And then we could leave those as the end if we
Yeah.
need them, and if
yeah.
not, we can move them on to another event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
Dance.
idea.
We could do
Yeah,
something like that.
exactly. Then you're not running out like, oh crap, I gotta run back to North Bay to get candy, but
Yeah, so
If
what
you
we
got
could
it
do
there,
is we could have like 7 or 8 boxes of chips sitting there as a backup. If it comes close to the end of the night, we're running out, we throw chips,
yeah,
could do something like that.
Okay.
see,
So
even.
$500 worth of candy and then
You know what,
10 bags of chips, 10 boxes of chips after that.
Yeah.
On
probably
top of?
100. You say 650, I think it'd be,
I would say 650 would be,
if
I
that's
think
okay
it'll
with
be
you guys.
fine.
that's a lot of candy.
It's a lot of shopping.
Kids will be happy, you'll have
We try
fun.
to split it up, we don't all buy chocolate, let's split it up. to
Candy
everyone.
and, yeah,
Toothbrushes.
that's a good one.
Oh, hey,
Every kid would love that.
exactly. Awesome. Perfect. That'll give you lots of candy and Kristen get her shopping in.
That'd be great.
Perfect. Awesome. Next is Commanda Community Update.
Well, as earlier noted, on September 23rd, we had our community yard sale, which was well attended and well received, and was our best yet. And the same night, we had our fall dance,
Excellent.
which was not as well attended as we would like, but of course, that's the bugbear of all public service attendances these days, except Taylor Swift concert. Now, upcoming, we have our annual bazaar and bake sale on Sunday, November 26th. And our children's party and community dinner on Sunday, December 10th.
Sorry, Brian, November 26th.
November 26th for the bazaar and bake sale.
Yeah,
And December 10th for the children's party and community dinner. And of course, we have our regular stuff going on. That we have yoga lessons these days. We have a massage therapist working in the building, and of course, we will first Saturday of the month jam and dance, all going on. And of course, private rentals and stuff.
And actually, both community centers have the Stay on Your Feet program starting this week too.
Yes, we're on Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Mark wanted me to bring up, is it like 65 is the cutoff? Because she said she knows people who are 55 to 60.
They don't ask for ID.
Yeah, there's no age cutoff, as I understand.
No,
Uh,
They don't ask for ID.
I saw it online, I think it said 65 and over.
Yeah,
Yeah, the flyer said it too. So you're
yeah, but they don't ask for ID.
No, just average it out, a few 80-year-olds and a couple 50-year-olds. All works.
Just come visit, come play.
So what they both, community centers did, they donated the space
Mhm.
and the program pays for the instructor and everything. So I'll be here, I'm coming to let them in, show them around this week, and then every week, Thursday from 10 to 11, they'll be here, and hopefully, we'll advertise a little more, they're advertising. and
He's
hopefully
coming to participate.
Chris is coming to participate?
No, you are.
You
Oh,
are.
no, oh, no, no,
They don't check ID.
I couldn't.
You're the
That's
first
excellent,
one.
thanks, Rob.
That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, I think we're motion to adjourn. Who wants to go home? Mayor and Terry. Let's go home. Next meeting is, I don't know when, but the next meeting is
That's that November.
November 6th at,
And that's when
Oh,
we'll,
6:30.
the three of us are gonna be away.
yes. So, oh,
We'll just get there first.
let's get there first.
Let's
We'll go
get
there. So, meeting's adjourned at 7:06.